Don't you just hate it when you go and you set up your thing? So I set this up so I can read it because I'm blind and I got to put it on my huge monitor so I can read this for you guys. And you scroll up, right? And they do this. They cut off half of this. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy, probably the only one on YouTube. Hottest Star Trek YouTuber? Question mark? I don't know. People have been telling me that. That's for you guys to decide. I don't know. I'm not a good judge of that. According to this article, since they cut off half of it, fixed that deadline, Star Trek is poised to become the new Marvel? Question mark. They have a big question mark there. CBS and Viacom merger brings franchise under one fleet. Don't get excited yet. They're almost halfway done filming Picard, if not probably most of the way done filming Picard at this moment that I'm making this video. Star Trek Discovery is also well into production of season 3. So those two, in my opinion, won't be affected by this at all. Not only that, from what we've heard coming out of Comic-Con and coming out of the Star Trek Las Vegas panel, Star Trek Picard is going to be a mix of Discovery and TNG. Two things I don't think mix very well. You know, it's like Thousand Island dressing and chocolate ice cream. Two things I do like. Don't want them together. I really don't. And actually, that's a terrible analogy because I don't even like Discovery. That would be like ranch dressing. I know a lot of people like ranch dressing. Pretend you're me and you hate it. That'd be like mixing ranch dressing and chocolate. Those two things still wouldn't go together. And you would have the disgusting taste of, ranch dressing or, poop. Let's replace it with poop. Do that. It would match color-wise maybe because they all have the same brand or same whatever. Star Trek Discovery brand poop. Oh well, we could use that with the Star Trek Picard STP, Star Trek toilet paper. I don't know. I always think of STP gas treatment or whatever. What are you doing, CBS? I mean, and Viacom. I get it. That's going to be good, possibly, but I think personally, for me, from everything I've seen, I feel like Alex Kurtzman's tendrils are in everything. It's like It's like with the Evil Dead, right? When Ash got the evil into him, you still saw it kind of creeping up, and it was still there. Oh, this is funny. That's how I view Alex Kurtzman in these franchises. Oh, what do you say, Deadline? The introduction of Spock last season on CBS All Access's Star Trek Discovery may be the first in many final frontiers for the fabled franchise now that Paramount owner Viacom and CBS are about to hit the warp drive to corporate reunification. This was after they swore up and down we wouldn't see Spock or the Enterprise. I actually have videos about how the producers and showrunners lied to us. And they swore, Akiva Goldsman swore we would never see Spock. So I have videos on that from last summer of 2018, summer 2018. What year is this? This is 2019. Taking a page from the now Fox expanded Disney book, the new Viacom CBS kingpin, Bob Bakish made very clear just now on today's investor call, Star Trek and the Mission Impossible franchises have significant potential to leverage across all of the company's platforms. Of course they do. Oh, of course they do. So we're going to have a little bit of this. This is why we're getting one on Nickelodeon. And this is why we're getting one on... that's why. Soon to be CBS CEO Joe... I don't know how to pronounce that. Aniello? Aniello? Wow. So I need to hear it. Then I'll be able to pronounce it. Hit the drum hard himself when he added... with an international angle that scale is becoming more and more important all the time. We don't want more garbage, though. You can throw 20 shows to the wall to see which one sticks. But you're still going to have like 19 failures of shows that people don't want. So maybe less is more. Maybe we don't need all of these. Maybe get one right before you make a whole bunch more. Can we focus on maybe getting Picard right so you don't destroy the franchise at least the generation of Star Trek that I am most familiar with? Please, can we do that? You already crapped all over TOS. With no lingering license barriers, the lucrative property by Gene Roddenberry is now under one ownership for the first time since Star Trek Enterprise came to an end in 2005. It was, of course, that very year that CBS and Viacom were split off into two separate companies, and Les Moonves hated Star Trek so much that he is like, screw that, cancel it. Right? Wasn't that it? As CBS All Access heads towards launching the much-hyped Star Trek Picard next year, the Trekverse may now be poised for an intensified expansion. Already in the pipeline are multiple animated series, more shorts, and a Michelle Yeoh-led Discovery spinoff, which actually does not have a show order. Alex Kurtzman himself said the Section 31 show does not have a show order. So that's not actually officially coming. That's just in the we want to make it phase. And you know what? I want to make a Star Trek series. Copyright Mecha 42, 2018. I want to make one based on Risa, with it's a right, and I've had this show pitch before. It's on Risa, but it's part Fantasy Island and part Love Boat, and it would be kind of a combination of the two, only set on Risa, and it would have the same formula as like a Western. You know, you're gonna have like the barkeeper and the whore and the this and the that, right? Security, you'll have the sheriff, you know, that's the type of show I want to make. Copyright Mecha 42, 2018. Go check out my old video that I made on that. I know I've mentioned it on many streams before. And I lowered myself accidentally because I'm trying to find where I am. Yeah, so no, the Michelle Yeoh series is not actually officially a thing because they don't have a show order for it. And at Comic-Con International, the Trek Brain Trust was openly hinting at the possibilities of a Mr. Spock series starring Ethan Peck, grandson of Gregory Peck. They weren't, though. They were bringing him back for a short trek. I think they would like to if they can get him. But here's the thing. We want an Anson Mount show instead, and we want it well written. So none of this Alex Kurtzman, overly theatric, overly special effects heavy, visual effects heavy crap. We want good stories that are in the spirit of Star Trek. Get Vic Mignogna from Star Trek Continues to be a showrunner. I am not kidding, because I've seen Star Trek Continues, and I consider it canon. I consider it season 4 of TOS. The new multiple platform possibilities may mean Trek could soon be making a giant leap in its aspirations, not unlike the one in the 1980s and 90s that elevated Star Wars from a blockbuster film franchise. Why do we care about what Star Wars did? I don't care about what Star Wars did. To the wall-to-wall cultural force that it represents today. Oh, you mean the thing that made Disney lose a lot of money? That made Disney's stock fall? Maybe don't compare it to Star Wars right now. That's not one that is really doing so hot. Trust me, it's really not. The Star Trek Brain Trust has already acknowledged that the animation push is viewed as a way to win the hearts, minds, and toy boxes of youngsters. Yeah, but they're making them for adults. Lower Decks is a show for adults. The animation thing is not for kids. If you want to sell toys, you're trying to sell them to adults who collect toys. People like me, I still collect toys. I'll still buy Migos. A maneuver that Lucasfilm used to masterful effect to build a fan allegiance for characters that weren't in the original film trilogy. Wow, this is exactly what they covered on Midnight's Edge. Why are you bringing in Star Wars toys? What, did they say something you don't like? This is really out of the blue. Did you watch the Midnight's Edge video? And this is like counter propaganda to that? Because guess what? All those toys, go watch World Class Bullshitters. They have stacks, like 4-foot-high stacks of Rostico at dollar stores, right? Or no, it was a grocery store dollar bin. Clearance bin or whatever. Yeah, you find Rosticos everywhere. You find these toys everywhere. There's so many of them. Nobody wants them. They're at discount places. Oh my god, and they had to point out the ones that weren't in the original film trilogy. Yeah, but they didn't do that. They're all in the discount stores. They're at Tuesday Morning, they're at Ollie's, they're at Big Lots, they're at Dollar General, for crying out loud. It may not be the Marvel Universe just yet, but the Trek cosmos may have the potential to eventually rival... No, it doesn't. No, this is Star Trek. The only way you're going to make this is a niche of a niche. This is like Godzilla. The only way to make this as big as the Marvel Cinematic Universe is to dumb it down for everyone, which is what they're trying to do. This is what they're doing. This is why Discovery is so poorly written and directed in a lot of episodes, because they're trying to make it for today's audience who are on their cell phone and will look up when they hear an audio cue and see a flashy light. They'll look up to know what's going on. The rest of the time it's, oh my god, these are my feelings and I love you so much because my feelings are so, I feel them so deeply and I feel my feelings and it's important to feel my feelings and I whisper and talk. And that's all Star Trek Discovery is. It's feelings and stupid crap like that and pew pew. I don't care about that. Give me something intellectual. And now they're trying to do that with Picard. I don't know if they're smart enough to do it. Trek fans will be enthused to hear, but no, we're dreading it. Expanding frontiers, they aren't greeting the latest news at the same level as excitement that the Fox Disney deal stirred up for Marvel fans. Well, that's because we know better. That's because we're Trek fans. Trek fans are always been pretty much Mensa caliber sort of people. We kind of see what's coming by what happened before. That's because Marvel's characters have been scattered across Hollywood by years, one-off deals, and they created the cinematic equivalent for superhero diaspora. Oh wow, I can't speak. I'm bored with this article. So this is just a propaganda. This is great. Star Trek Discovery is awesome. Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone is amazing, which it's not. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. They think this is going to fix things. They really, really think this is going to fix things. And this is about as far as anybody reads into this. Do they have any weird, like, you're a troll, you're a man, baby stuff in here? Let's see. Ethan Peck, Tom Cruise. There's Ethan Peck as Spock. The Paramount Library. Who cares? I don't care how much money they have. I'll never see it. Please. Tell me what you guys think. You think this is going to fix anything? Because I really don't. Especially with this sort of news that they're going to be keeping it more and more watered down for as many people to follow as can possibly be, which, you know, go watch a Marvel movie if you don't quite like Star Trek. I mean, really, there's nothing wrong with not liking Star Trek if it's a little too much of a niche. There's nothing wrong with that. I totally get that. But please keep your Star Wars out of my Star Trek. I am Mecha42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!